Hello there, my name's Will. I'm a Chaos player that's just taken part in Brian, also known as Black Templar's 120,000 point Apocalypse battle, which was rather cool. So we all decided to pack up and go, and so Brian wasn't able to do my interview, so I thought I'd save him the hassle and obviously getting out all my models again. So I'm the Solitary Chaos player, so if you have a look at the battle reports, you should see hopefully what I've done, but you have to watch it to find out. So I think on Black Templars and Marneus Calgar's thread. So this is my 20,000 points of chaos. 3 different factions. So they got the central one here, which is kind of from here through to here, and that is Black Legion, my sort of legion of choice. Then I've got a faction here, or including my sofa, of World Eaters. And then finally on the end there, I've got some demons. That's also backed up with some nice super heavy goodness, which I'll come to in a moment. So let's meet what the army is really. So as I say, my Black Legion army is my main army. Always has been. So here we have my Chaos Lord where it already started. So this guy is called Braskar. Nice conversion, twin lightning claws in power armour. That's how my Chaos army started many moons ago. Then I kind of graduated him up to Terminator Armour. Zoom out a little bit. So he's got a guardsman in his claws there, and he's looking for the next target. And then Braskar then came up to Demon Hood. So we've got some Black Templars on the base there. One of them's bleeding from his eye sockets, being held in his claws as he kind of just melts his mind. So that's a kind of ongoing theme me and Brian have of putting dead Marines from each other's armies on our bases. So one in the face for you, Brian. Then here we have our different lords. Now, for each faction, each god, I have a lord. So I've got a Nurgle lord, Slaneesh lord, Tzeentch sorcerer, 2 Chaos Lords, one on foot and one in power armour normally, and a Tzeentch Terminator Sorcerer. And finally, the main sort of bad guy in this, I've got Abaddon the Despoiler, big conversion. I've got a Marine that's been crushed into the dirt, kind of reaching up, and Abaddon's sort of laughing at him, as only bad guys can, really. So that's my HQ. That's about 2,000 points of my 20,000. So I'll go through the rest of the army. I've got... Let's have a look. Here I've got 10 Marines, bolt guns, plasma gun, pretty standard force. Here I've got my first of my faction troops. Now you may notice that they're not red in a kind of berserker way all over. What I do for my faction troops is I will paint the Black Legion colour, sorry for the fingers, the Black Legion troops with the Black Legion colours as it were. But I will keep like the heraldry, some of it in red or blue or whichever the god or the legion they follow. So these ones are berserkers, 3 plasma pistols, power fist, and a nice rhino there as well. Then we go to the back. We've got a unit of havocs with heavy bolters, so that's nice 12 shots before you go into the bolt guns, strength 5s. We've got a unit of havocs with las cannons, because I do like my las cannons. 10 there. I've got 19 of the 1,000 Sun models here, so I'm very careful how I say that, because 19,000 Suns sounds like I've got loads, but with an aspiring sorcerer. Then got a unit of Plague Marines here, so 2 plasma guns, plasma pistol and power fist, and a nice sort of gooed up rhino there if you can see it. Then we've got 9 Marines here, sort of basic combat troops to go with Braskar in power armour. With a power fist, plasma pistol, and the plasma pistol there, and an icon of Chaos Glory. So I'm a big fan of the Undivided, hence kind of going for Black Legion really. Then I've got some horrendously pink Noise Marines here with a horrendously pink Rhino as well. I'm probably going to repaint those if I'm honest, or at least the Rhino anyway, because it's not come out too well. But all with sonic weapons. I've got a Blast Master and this guy here. It's got a plasma pistol, Doom Siren, and a power sword as well to go with the Slaneesh Lord. Then I've got 10 Possessed with a Khorne 8 icon. Give them lots of strength 5 attacks when they charge in, and if they get the right roll, they might even get power weapons with that. So they ride around in the Land Raider. Then I've got another unit of Havocs at the back with missile launchers, so a nice multi-purpose unit. Then one of my favourite bits of the army is 12 Obliterators, so 3, 6, 9, 12. Didn't put them as a call to destruction because I wanted them all sort of individually, but what I'm probably going to do is do sort of the final 2 in that 3rd rank as Black Legion, then do the next one maybe as Word Bearers or something else, just to make sure I've got a nice bit of variety. Then, moving to the next part, we've got 10 Chaos Bikers, with an icon of Khorne, Power Fist, and 2 Melta Guns, so they go tank hunting, but they can hold their own in combat. Then, new additions to the army, because I don't normally take Terminators. I've got, not normally, I've kind of changed that. I've gone for 9 Terminators with a marker Nurgle, 2 autocannons, some combi weapons to go with one of my lords. 9 Tzeentch based Terminators, so a nice 4-up invulnerable with 2 autocannons, some combi weapons there as well. My personal favourite, if I get my fingers off the camera, might help. Read a story a long while ago about Abaddon's retinue during the 13th Black Crusade, wailing in there with some lightning claws and causing some havoc. So I've done 10 Khorne champions. All these Terminators are champions, by the way. So 10 lightning claws. Sorry, it's 8 lightning claws, an icon, and 2 autocannons with chain fist. So those guys have 5 attacks each when they charge, with power weapons rerolling to wound. So pretty nasty. So that's the Black Legion. Again, apologies for the hands, but this phone's quite awkward. So that's about 10,000 points. Oh, I haven't done the vehicles. I do apologise. We've got the what's that? Predator Annihilator with las cannons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Vindicators. So I'll probably do 4 up as Black Legion and have some of the other legions. But that's my Line Breaker Squadron. Did quite well for itself. And finally my Land Raider as well, as I said. So that's about 10,000 points there of Black Legion, stretching from there through to all the way over there. So next bit is the World Eaters. So this is my next legion. I will eventually have 3 or 4k of pretty much every legion. So this one here is the World Eaters. I've got about, no, I haven't painted any of these yet, so you'll notice the ones I've painted, the ones I haven't, so these are yet to be painted. So I've got Khorne the Betrayer, because you can't take a World Eater army without Khorne the Betrayer. It's all about Khorne. And then I've got about 45, 46 World Eaters there. So going about 2,000 points-ish. I'd love about 5 of World Eaters. I do like them. Now, as I was taking World Eaters, I thought, you know what? I'm going to have a Primarch with every single legion I do. So obviously Horus, the weakling, the fool, because he failed, is dead. But Angron isn't, and I decided to take Angron in my army. So there are rules for him. This is Angron. Bright white eyes. He's the Forgeable Bloodthirster model. He's got a pair of Doom Bull axes sort of back to back to replace his whip, and the whip bits are actually in his hair with some dreadlocks to kind of give him that shaggy Angron look that's in the Games Workshop website, actually, for his Apocalypse data sheet. Then we've got 3 Bloodthirsters, his retinue. He can have up to 12, and the plan was to have 12, but I couldn't have fit it in the army, realistically. So at the moment, I've just got 3. I've painted 1, and I'm going to have the 12 eventually, just as a, yeah, hell yeah, kind of awesome unit. So this brings us quite nicely onto the demons. So we've got Herald on a Juggernaut here, the Skull Taker riding a Juggernaut, reining it in with a bit of chain there. There was a Herald on foot, but I've just knelt on him, so that was the Forgewood one, so he's going to need a little bit of repairing. We've got the 12, 13 bloodletters there with an icon and a instruments, that's the word. We've got another unit over there about the same size. We've got 9 Fleshhounds and Karanak, some Demonettes over there, and 4 Blood Crushers, again with an instrument and an icon there. So I really like those, love those models. So now for the really big stuff. So I'll start with the smaller of the big stuff. So I've got my Brass Scorpion. It's a conversion from Despoilers that I actually bought like that, so I can't claim credit for that, but it is a lovely model. Not painted either, it came like that, I was quite fortunate. But a lovely bit of kit. We've got the Stormlords, so multiple Stormlords. Now, there's a little bit of a story behind these. They originally came, if you remember your history, from the Volscani Cataphracts, who landed on Cadia. All the infantry landed and turned traitor and killed Castellan. That's how Creed became to be. But mine, the armour from the Volscani Cataphracts survived, so my plan will be to have a large guard armour unit, so that's part of it. And the actual commander of the Volscani Cataphracts, who refused to serve Braskar, is currently in his claws, as a kind of warning. So we've got 2 Stormlords and a Baneblade there. So I'll probably be redoing those. They're quite old, so I'd like to have them redone in a sort of better paint scheme. We've then got a Nurgle Plague Tower. I do like this. Normal Siege Tower from Warhammer Fantasy. Baneblade hull on the front. Lots of guns, 6 structure points, carries 30 Marines. Nice bit of conversion work done, not by myself unfortunately, but a cool tongue and teeth with like ooze and pus and stuff like that. But the conversion itself was myself for the most part, as was the paint job. So I'm quite pleased with that. Probably one of my favourite models. Then the really big guns, Brian Black Templar I really have to thank for these. So 1, 2, 3 Warhound Titans. I've currently got another one in progress. That one was originally a Loyalist, converted mostly by myself, but Brian helped me with that one, and he's done all the painting and a lot of the building on these, pretty much all the building in fact. And then currently, if you go on YouTube and type in Nurgle Reaver, you'll see Brian's working on my current Reaver Titan, which was the other thing I had. But there you go, guys. So my 20,000 points of chaos. Sadly, wasn't able to take my entire army. I've still got about another 7,000 points upstairs. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and hope to see you again soon. Bye bye.